Beloved soul, pause right where you are and let the stillness settle over your spirit. You didn't arrive here by chance. Heaven has aligned this moment with a precision that defies human reason, pulling you into a current of divine timing that has been building quietly beneath the surface of your days. Something holy has been gathering around your life, something written long before you ever took your first breath, and now the veil thins just enough for your heart to sense it. That heaviness in your chest, that whisper in the quiet hours, that strange anticipation that rises even when nothing around you seems to make sense. It isn't confusion. It's the sound of destiny alignment drawing near. God is stirring the deep waters of your spirit because He intends to place something big, something weighty, something life-bending into your hands. And child of purpose, it is not far away. As Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, the plans spoken over you were always rooted in hope, crafted for a plan-like future saturated in abundance and elevation that only God can author. You've been walking through days that stretched your faith, nights that tested your endurance, and moments where silence felt louder than prayer. But chosen one, heaven has been watching every step with eyes full of intention. Your tears have not only been counted, they have been used as the ink to write the next part of your story. The financial instability you battled, the emotional healing you fought for, the breakthrough season you've been waiting on, none of it has been wasted. You have been reshaped for increase, refined for abundance, prepared for personal transformation in ways you may not understand yet. And as you stand here, caught between what was and what will be, God is whispering into the depths of your spirit. Asterisk, Saturday carries something sacred. Asterisk, something tied to divine purpose, something that will activate what has been dormant and awaken what has been waiting for your yes. There is a reason your spirit feels restless lately, a reason you sense movement in the unseen even when life looks still. God is aligning pieces you didn't even know were part of the pattern. He is positioning you for a spiritual awakening that will reroute your path and illuminate a future that once felt impossible. Just as Isaiah 43:19 declares, He is doing something new, something unexpected, something that will shift the atmosphere around you. And though you cannot yet see the full picture, your spirit recognizes the nearness of change. This is why heaven has urged you here in this exact hour. Listen closely now, beloved soul. When God intends to deliver something significant, He first prepares the one who will receive it. He stretches capacity, strengthens discernment, matures resilience, and demands trust. That's what this season has been. A quiet construction of the inner life, so that when blessing arrives, it doesn't break you, but builds you. And before we go deeper, let me ask from the tender center of this moment, if your spirit feels this message pulling at the threads of your heart, like truth rising from somewhere ancient inside you, take a breath and press. Like as your bold declaration that you are ready for personal transformation, ready to step into what heaven has been setting up behind the scenes. This is not a simple gesture. It is an act of faith that signals to the heavens that you are choosing courage over fear, movement over hesitation, destiny over delay. Chosen one, feel this truth settle over you. God has not overlooked your obedience. He has not ignored your sacrifice. He has not dismissed your prayers. You have been walking through divine timing, even when you thought you were walking through disappointment. Everything you endured was preparing the inner ground for what is about to be planted, a wealth mindset rooted not in greed, but in clarity, authority, and spiritual maturity. You are entering a moment where heaven pulls open a door that was reserved for you alone. And though the enemy tried to scramble your focus, confuse your steps, and bury your confidence, he failed. You survived what should have shattered you. You remained standing when life tried to fold you. And because of that, the spiritual atmosphere around your life has shifted. This is why the next movement in your story carries such weight. God is not giving you something small or ordinary. He is placing something big with eternal fingerprints on it, something tied to assignment, impact, and future generations. And Saturday, yes, Saturday will be a marker in the spirit. You are on the edge of a moment that will cause everything in your life to make sense in a new way. A moment where what was concealed becomes clear, where what felt delayed suddenly accelerates, where what seemed impossible becomes the next logical step in God's unfolding plan for your elevation. As Philippians 1-6 assures us, the one who began this work in you is not about to leave it unfinished. Beloved soul, hear me with the full weight of your spirit, because what is unfolding around your life right now is not ordinary movement. It is a divine recalibration so precise, so intentional, so saturated with holy strategy that even the air around you has begun to feel different. You may not have language for it, but your spirit has already sensed the shift, the restlessness, the sudden urge to pull back from certain people, the discomfort with old habits, the feeling that something is rising inside you, pressing against the walls of who you used to be. That is not confusion. That is destiny alignment, announcing that heaven is preparing to give you something big, something heavy with purpose, something that will require spiritual maturity and emotional healing to carry. Chosen one, God has been shaping you in ways you didn't fully understand. When finances grew tight, He wasn't abandoning you, He was teaching you the rhythm of trust. When certain relationships fell away, He wasn't punishing you, He was clearing the ground so your abundance wouldn't be stolen or diluted. When your path seemed blocked, the delay wasn't denial, it was divine timing stitching together details you couldn't see yet. You have been living inside a breakthrough season disguised as pressure. And while you wondered if you were falling behind, heaven was orchestrating a supernatural advancement that will reveal why every closed door was necessary. This is why the weight you feel lately has been so strange. It's not heaviness meant to break you, it's the pressure of elevation. The same way a seed swells before it bursts through the soil, your spirit has been stretching because God is about to entrust you with something only a healed, awakened, spiritually anchored heart can steward. This shift goes deeper than opportunity. It touches identity, calling, legacy. It is tied to a wealth mindset that doesn't chase money, but attracts provision through obedience. It is connected to a divine purpose that reaches beyond your personal story into the lives of people who will be transformed because you refuse to quit. If you've been waking at unusual hours, feeling the urge to withdraw into silence, sensing God tugging at your conscience, this is not exhaustion. This is preparation. The Holy Spirit has been whispering instructions you can feel more than hear. He's been training your sensitivity so that when the blessing comes, you won't mistake it for coincidence or luck. You'll recognize it as a holy assignment dressed as opportunity. The internal pulling you felt is heaven's way of stretching your faith so you can carry the magnitude of what's coming. And beloved soul, the enemy has noticed the shift too. That's why the resistance intensified. That's why emotional triggers resurfaced. That's why attacks came through unexpected people. When the spiritual realm senses elevation, warfare rises as a last attempt to shake your confidence. But hear this clearly. If hell could have stopped you, it would have. Your survival is proof that the promise is stronger than the pressure. You have endured storms that should have drowned you, yet here you stand, breathing, believing, becoming. This is the evidence of divine protection covering your path. Every sign God has been sending you points to one truth. Asterisk, asterisk. You've outgrown the season you're in. Asterisk, asterisk. The conversations that once energized you now feel empty. The routines that once felt safe now feel restrictive. The environments that once nurtured you now feel too small. When heaven begins to expand your destiny, everything that doesn't match your new level begins to fall away. It's not loss, it's alignment. It's God preparing your life to receive the abundance, the spiritual awakening, the emotional healing, and the elevation He's been preparing behind the scenes. Look closely at your recent days, the sudden clarity, the unusual dreams, the strong intuition, the urge to clean your space, reorganize your life, or let go of old versions of yourself. These are not random impulses. They are the fingerprints of the Holy Spirit. When God is about to deliver something big, He sends a spiritual wind ahead of the blessing to clear the atmosphere. He adjusts your thoughts. He sharpens your discernment. He separates you from noise. He builds endurance in silence so that when the breakthrough arrives, you'll be ready to hold it without trembling. And child of promise, it is coming. Saturday holds a divine appointment that your spirit already recognizes, even if your mind doesn't yet understand it. Something will shift in the atmosphere, an instruction, a sign, a revelation, a release that will confirm why God has been isolating you, maturing you, strengthening you, and preparing you. This is not a season of collapse. This is a season of construction. God is building something in you that will change the trajectory of your future. Before we go deeper, I need you to pause for a brief moment. If your spirit is burning, if something inside you is saying times, "This is for me" times, then leave a comment right now with a bold declaration like asterisk, asterisk, I rise, asterisk, asterisk. Because when you express faith publicly, heaven moves privately. Let this be your signal that you refuse to shrink back and that you are ready to walk into what God has been preparing. Chosen one, understand this. The blessing coming to you is not simply an answer to prayer. It is a divine inheritance tied to your obedience, your resilience, and your spiritual awakening. You have been waiting for a sign, but the truth is, asterisk, you have become the sign. Asterisk, your growth, your healing, your hunger for clarity. These are markers that heaven has begun, a shift that cannot be reversed. God doesn't pour oil on the unprepared. He pours it on those who endured the crushing without losing their identity. This is why you've been feeling a pull to slow down, breathe, reflect. God is resetting your internal rhythm so that when He places this next blessing into your hands, your soul will be steady enough to carry it with wisdom. You are being elevated. You are being refined. You are being positioned for abundance in ways that will surprise even you. The destiny alignment unfolding within you is preparing you to receive what others are not spiritually mature enough to carry. And as this transformation rises within you, as heaven aligns the next chapter of your story, let this moment become your reminder that you are not walking alone. God has been beside you in every silent night, every uncertain step, every trembling prayer. His presence has been the invisible shield guarding your mind and guiding your steps. The promise He is preparing to release is drenched in mercy, wrapped in purpose, and sealed with divine timing that cannot be rushed or delayed. Chosen one, listen closely now. Something powerful is drawing near your life, and Saturday is not just another day, it is a spiritual marker. Stay sensitive, stay expectant, stay aligned. The next breath of revelation is on its way. And before we move forward, because heaven is not finished speaking, if this word is lifting your spirit and grounding your faith, gently asterisk, asterisk, subscribe asterisk, asterisk, so your journey stays connected to the thousands of awakened souls walking in divine purpose, not for numbers, not for attention, But so you never walk this prophetic path alone, beloved soul. There is a reason your spirit has been sensing a shift that has no clear source, a pull that doesn't announce its direction, yet refuses to let you remain where you've been. What God is preparing to release into your life requires a deeper interior grounding than you have ever carried before. This is why your inner landscape has been under renovation. Thoughts you once leaned on no longer feel sturdy. Patterns you once trusted now feel too restrictive. Even your prayers have changed tone, moving from desperation to discernment, from asking for escape to asking for clarity. This is the mark of a soul stepping into divine timing, a soul being shaped to handle a blessing that won't simply touch your circumstances, but will transform the architecture of your destiny. Something sacred is forming beneath the surface of your days, swelling with purpose, stretching the borders of who you are becoming. Chosen one, heaven has been orchestrating a series of subtle alignments in your life. Encounters that felt brief but carried hidden revelation, unexpected moments of silence that forced you to listen, days when your usual distractions lost their power and you found yourself craving stillness more than noise. These are not random shifts. They are prophetic signals that God is weaving together a new season of abundance that will touch every part of your being. Financial stability will no longer be a distant hope, but a natural byproduct of the elevation God is leading you into. Emotional healing will no longer feel like a battle you fight alone, but a river of renewal, washing through places that once held pain. Your personal transformation is unfolding with such precision that even your future adversaries will not be able to deny the divine fingerprints on your life. You may have wondered why your energy has grown more protective lately, why conversations exhaust you faster, why superficial connections feel heavier than before. It is because God is refining your sensitivity. He is teaching you to discern atmospheres so you do not carry people, places, or patterns into the next phase that cannot coexist with the blessing being prepared for you. Your destiny requires a purified environment, a sharpened spirit, and a heart that can hear God without interference. This is why He allowed you to feel the weight of certain relationships shifting. This is why He pulled your focus inward, prompting you to rebuild your boundaries with clarity and honor. You are not withdrawing, you are rising, and your rise demands intentional solitude. Beloved soul, if lately you've felt an unusual hunger for meaning, an urge to reevaluate motives, desires, and habits, it is because heaven is opening a new corridor of purpose within you. This is the birthplace of destiny alignment. God is expanding your capacity to recognize what belongs to your future and what must remain in your past. You have been sensing a spiritual awakening that does not feel dramatic, but feels undeniable. A soft fire burning beneath your ribs, a quiet certainty that change is near, even if you can't yet articulate what form it will take. This is a divine initiation. God is inviting you into a deeper partnership with His plan. He is preparing you to step into positions, opportunities, and revelations you once believed were for people stronger, wiser, or more worthy than you. But chosen one, He is calling times you. Asterisk. And now, right here, as the weight of this truth settles over your spirit, pause for a breath. If your heart feels pulled into this moment, if the words are stirring something ancient and bold inside you, leave a comment right now with a simple but powerful declaration like, asterisk, asterisk, I claim my breakthrough, asterisk, asterisk, let the atmosphere witness your agreement. Let heaven see your readiness. Let your own soul hear your courage. You have walked through seasons where silence felt like abandonment, but in truth, silence was the sanctuary where God rewired your perception. He taught you to listen with more than your ears. He trained your heart to recognize his movement without the confirmation of sight. He developed in you a depth that superficial victories could never produce. And now that your spirit has matured, now that your discernment has sharpened, now that your courage has awakened, he prepares to place something colossal into your hands, something connected to legacy, influence, and the long-term stability of your future. Saturday is not the source of the blessing, but it is the doorway where revelation meets readiness. Chosen one, reflect on the strange clarity you've been receiving, the sudden desire to reorganize your spaces, the impulse to plan ahead even without knowing the exact direction, the instinct to distance yourself from negativity. These are the movements of a soul being guided into alignment. They signal that you are stepping into a new psychological and spiritual posture, a posture of authority rather than survival. Heaven is adjusting your mindset from "will I make it" to "I was designed for this." This is the heart of a wealth mindset rooted in divine purpose. This is the posture of someone about to receive a gift heavy enough to shift generational outcomes. There have also been moments where your emotions felt amplified, where memories resurfaced you thought were settled, where old wounds stung unexpectedly. This is not regression. This is purification. God is drawing out anything that cannot travel with you into the territory He's preparing. He is healing you at the root so that when the blessing comes, trauma will not distort your perception, fear will not sabotage your progress, and insecurity will not shrink your authority. You are being refined because what you are about to receive requires a soul that can hold joy without trembling and responsibility without collapsing. Beloved, if your spirit has been feeling the urge to elevate your habits, to eat better, rest more, reduce noise, simplify routines, understand this. Heaven is conditioning your body and mind to sustain what's coming. Blessings require strength. Abundance requires order. Purpose requires clarity. And God is preparing you to step into all three without being overwhelmed. He is building harmony between your spirit and your daily life, so the elevation doesn't crush you but carries you. And chosen one, let me speak to what you have not said aloud. You've felt a stirring of anticipation that scares you. You've felt a hope rising in your chest that you're almost afraid to acknowledge. You've sensed a divine shift approaching, yet you guard your excitement because past disappointments have taught you caution. But hear this with the gravity of heaven behind it. This is not the kind of movement that ends in disappointment. This is not a recycled cycle. This is not another false start. The peace you feel beneath the uncertainty is your confirmation. The clarity that appears between moments of doubt is your sign. The calm that covers you unexpectedly is your evidence. This is divine timing setting the stage for a blessing that was written for you long before you understood your own worth. And before we continue deeper, because heaven has more to reveal, take one moment to breathe in this truth and share this message with the one person your spirit thinks of right now. If they came to mind, God is tugging at their destiny too. Let your obedience be the bridge that reaches their spirit. Beloved soul, there is a reason your heart has been reaching for answers without knowing the exact questions. You have been feeling an internal pull towards something larger than your current surroundings, a quiet insistence that refuses to be silenced. This is the evidence that heaven is unfolding another layer of your becoming. God is not only preparing to give you something big, He is widening the inner chambers of your spirit so that when the blessing arrives, it will not overwhelm you, but empower you. What you sense rising within you is the awakening of deeper capacity, the stretching of spiritual muscles you didn't even know you possessed. It is the mark of someone stepping out of limitation and into divine orchestration. Chosen one, your perspective has been shifting in ways you cannot fully explain. Things that used to impress you now feel insignificant. Achievements that once validated you no longer satisfy your spirit. This is because God is elevating your inner vision. He is taking you from surface-level desires to kingdom-level purpose. He is pulling your mind from temporary motivations into the arena of destiny, where your choices reshape the trajectory of your future. This inner shift is a sign that your spirit has stepped into a new spiritual frequency. You are beginning to see beyond what is happening to what is being prepared. You are beginning to recognize that every challenge, every delay, every unexpected pause was part of a divine curriculum designed to deepen your insight and mature your spirit. There are days when your intuition feels sharper, as though you can sense the motives of others before they speak. You may find yourself perceiving dishonesty or hidden intentions with unusual clarity. This is not paranoia, it is discernment. Heaven is refining your spiritual awareness because the blessing coming to you will require wisdom in choosing who can walk alongside you. Not everyone can handle the elevation being written over your life. God is teaching you how to guard your peace, how to protect your oil, how to navigate environments where your presence is meant to influence but not absorb the energy around you. You are stepping into a realm where emotional healing becomes essential armor and wisdom becomes sacred currency. Beloved soul, you may also have noticed that your dreams are becoming more vivid, layered with symbolism, carrying messages that linger long after you wake. These dreams are not random, they are previews. Heaven is communicating with you through images, impressions, and spiritual echoes. God often speaks through dreams when your waking mind is too burdened or distracted to hear him clearly. The visions you are receiving are fragments of the blueprint he is revealing piece by piece. Some dreams offer guidance, others serve as warnings. Some simply awaken your awareness to the magnitude of what is approaching. They are all part of your spiritual preparation, part of the divine orchestration, drawing you into your breakthrough season. And if your spirit recognizes this truth, if you feel a wave of confirmation stirring even now, type a short declaration like ****, 777 ****, to signal that your faith is awake and your heart is aligned with heaven's movement. Speak it boldly so the atmosphere hears your conviction. Heaven responds to voices that refuse to stay silent. Chosen one, another sign that your blessing is drawing near is the subtle reshaping of your emotional patterns. The reactions that once controlled you now feel easier to manage. Situations that once triggered old wounds now reveal how deeply you've healed. Even when challenges arise, your spirit no longer collapses under pressure the way it once did. This shift is evidence of maturity. God is strengthening your emotional foundation because the elevation coming to you carries weight, responsibility, influence, visibility, impact. You cannot carry it with a fragile heart. That is why He's been teaching you resilience in private. The strength being formed within you will become the anchor that protects the promise he is placing in your hands. You may also sense an increasing disinterest in conflict. Arguments drain you. Drama feels foreign. Chaos no longer excites you. This is because peace has become your spiritual oxygen. God is installing a new interior order, shaping you into someone who values clarity over chaos, alignment over urgency, obedience over noise. The blessing coming to you is cultivated in environments of peace, and your spirit is gravitating toward what resembles the atmosphere of your future. You are being drawn into calm because the next chapter requires a clear mind, sharp intuition, and a heart that hears God without interference. Beloved, pay attention to the moments where you suddenly feel the urge to create, whether through writing, planning, organizing, or envisioning. Creativity is often the first sign of divine activation. When God breathes on your destiny, your spirit responds with the desire to build, expand, and imagine possibilities that once felt too vast to consider. This creative surge is not random inspiration, it is prophetic momentum. You are being invited to participate in the blueprint of your own elevation. Your imagination is becoming a canvas where God paints the outline of what is coming. Follow that pull. Honor the ideas that arrive unexpectedly. There is revelation hiding inside them. And beloved soul, before we continue, because there is still more, heaven is unfolding. If this message is awakening something deep and ancient within you, subscribe, so you remain connected with the thousands of chosen ones who walk this path of divine purpose, not for attention, not for validation, but to stay aligned with the spiritual current moving through your life. Now breathe, chosen one. The deepest part is still ahead. Heaven is not done speaking to you. Beloved soul, as you exhale and let your spirit settle into this moment, understand that the expansion taking place within you is not spontaneous, it is strategic. Heaven has been cultivating a new internal architecture, one built to withstand influence, responsibility, and spiritual weight. You may not see the full outline yet, but you can feel the shift in your instincts. You notice yourself pausing before reacting, sensing before speaking, listening before deciding. This isn't hesitation, it is calibration. God is refining your responses because the blessing approaching your life will require emotional precision, spiritual clarity, and a heart steady enough to carry divine instruction without being swayed by external noise. Chosen one, there has also been a subtle shift in what you desire. You are beginning to crave depth instead of distraction, sincerity instead of surface, purpose instead of performance. This is because God is aligning your appetite with what your spirit will soon receive. When heaven prepares to release something big, it first detoxes your desires. It clears out cravings that once pulled you into cycles that drained you. It breaks attachments to environments that no longer reflect your calling. It awakens a longing for things that nourish instead of numb. These inner changes are not random. They are prophetic indicators that your destiny is unfolding in real time. There may also be a growing awareness of your own worth, a quiet realization that you deserve more than the bare minimum, more than the emotional leftovers of others, more than opportunities that diminish rather than develop you. This rise in self-recognition is not pride, it is healing. God is restoring the dignity life tried to strip from you. He is teaching you to stand tall in rooms that once made you shrink. He is reintroducing you to the version of yourself He originally designed before disappointment tried to distort your reflection. This restored identity is essential because the blessing being prepared for you cannot rest on insecurity. It requires a soul anchored in truth. Beloved soul, you may also be experiencing sudden endings, situations that dissolve abruptly, people who distance themselves without explanation, opportunities that vanish without closure. Though these shifts may sting, they are not signs of loss, they are signs of alignment. God removes what cannot accompany your next chapter. He clears the path before opening the door. He subtracts what would sabotage your elevation. When heaven is preparing to trust you with something sacred, it removes anything that might contaminate it. These endings are not punishments, they are protections. And if this resonates deeply, if you feel this message brushing against something raw within you, write a fierce declaration like ****, I choose destiny, ****, in the comments. Let the spiritual realm hear your readiness. Let your courage speak louder than your past. Your voice holds power. Use it. Chosen one, your sense of time has also been shifting. You no longer feel the urge to rush. You no longer panic when plans change. You no longer crumble when delays appear. This is because you have stepped into divine timing, where everything flows in rhythm with heaven's direction. God is teaching you the difference between human urgency and divine pacing. He is helping you understand that nothing meant for you can be missed, and nothing that isn't meant for you can be forced. This newfound patience is not passivity. It is spiritual maturity, birthed from experience, reflection, and revelation. There is also a newfound clarity rising in your mind. You may find yourself recognizing patterns you once overlooked. You may suddenly see through manipulation that previously confused you. You may detect emotional shifts in others before they speak them out loud. This clarity is a gift. God is sharpening your perception so you don't step into the next season blind. He is enabling you to see beyond appearance, beyond charm, beyond words. This clarity is preparing you to guard the blessing He is about to release. Not everyone can approach you with the same access they once had. Elevation requires boundaries. Beloved soul, another sign of your nearing breakthrough is the quiet boldness emerging from within you. You may feel yourself becoming more direct, more assertive, more honest about your needs and desires. This shift is not aggression, it is alignment. God is teaching you to speak from a place of authority rather than fear. He is preparing you to make decisions that honor your calling. He is removing hesitation from your voice, because the door opening before you will require confidence, not timidity. You are stepping into a season where your presence will carry weight, and your words will shift atmospheres. Heaven is equipping you for that level. You might also find that your sense of gratitude has grown deeper. Small things touch your heart. Quiet moments feel sacred. You find beauty in places you once overlooked. This softening is not accidental, it is spiritual hydration. God is replenishing the parts of you that wilderness seasons drained. Gratitude is the soil where abundance grows, and heaven is ensuring your blessing falls on fertile ground. Your renewed appreciation for life is not only healing, it is preparation. Beloved, you are entering a territory where the path ahead will require integrity, resilience, and consistency. And God is weaving these qualities into your spirit now. He is strengthening the core of who you are so the elevation ahead does not destabilize you. He is shaping your inner world so your outer world can expand without collapsing. This internal reinforcement is the unseen miracle happening within you. Chosen one, as we continue deeper, a deeper layer is opening right now, and before heaven reveals more, I invite you to share this message with someone your spirit is thinking of in this very moment. That nudge is divine. That person is connected to your journey. Let your obedience become the whisper that awakens their spirit. Beloved soul, lean in gently, because what is rising in your atmosphere now is unlike anything you have walked through before. There is a soft but undeniable expansion happening inside you, the kind that cannot be traced to circumstances, but can only be traced to God's hand, reshaping the contours of your inner world. You have begun to sense possibilities that once felt too distant to name. You have started noticing sparks of vision igniting in the most ordinary moments. This is heaven, reawakening the parts of you that were once dimmed by disappointment. God is restoring your capacity to hope without fear, to dream without trembling, to envision a future that reflects His intention rather than your past wounds. This kind of renewal is not shallow. It reaches into the oldest corners of your heart and breathes life where you thought nothing could grow again. Chosen one, you might find yourself feeling more aware of spiritual atmospheres than ever before. Walking into a space, you sense its weight immediately. Hearing someone speak, you feel the truth or distortion behind their words. Even simple interactions now carry a higher level of sensitivity. This increased spiritual perception is not accidental, it is activation. God is tuning your discernment so you can navigate environments your future will require. This level of awareness is necessary because the blessing coming to you is not fragile, but it is sacred, and it must be guarded with eyes that see beyond the surface. Heaven is elevating your ability to detect alignment, to recognize destiny connections, and to step away from anything that carries confusion or compromise. Beloved soul, another transformation unfolding within you is the quiet courage rising in places where fear once lived. You may notice yourself taking small risks, speaking truths you once kept inside, considering steps you once avoided, imagining outcomes you once believed were unrealistic. This is evidence of spiritual awakening. God is stirring bravery in the chambers of your heart, because what He is about to place in your hands cannot be carried with timidity. He is replacing hesitation with holy confidence. He is removing the traces of self-doubt that once made you shrink. He is strengthening the core of who you are, so your destiny will stand secure in your spirit before it manifests in your life. And chosen one, if this resonates deeply, if you feel a strong stirring in your chest as though something inside is whispering, "This is me right now," declare it boldly with ***, I receive clarity, *** in the comments, so the spiritual realm recognizes your agreement, and heaven sees your readiness to rise into elevation with full awareness. Beloved, your relationship with time is shifting again. You may find yourself focusing less on deadlines and more on alignment. You are learning that rushing brings anxiety, while obedience brings clarity. Heaven is teaching you that results come not from force, but from flow. In this season, God is aligning events with such precision that even delays become divine tools, pushing you away from what would have drained your anointing and guiding you toward what will multiply your purpose. You are learning to trust the tempo of divine timing rather than the pressure of human expectations. This shift in rhythm is essential because the blessing God is preparing for you will require spiritual pacing, not emotional urgency. Chosen one, you may also discover that your definition of strength is changing. Strength no longer looks like holding everything together. It now looks like letting go when God says release. It looks like resting when your spirit grows tired, listening when silence feels uncomfortable, surrendering when control becomes a false refuge. This redefinition is God retraining your soul. The elevation coming to you will require endurance, not exhaustion, wisdom, not force, alignment, not striving. Heaven is teaching you that true strength flows from spiritual stability, not emotional suppression. There is also a sacred refinement happening in your standards financially, emotionally, relationally, and spiritually. You no longer settle for connections that drain you. You no longer tolerate environments that dim your calling. You no longer entertain opportunities that compromise your peace. This is not coldness, it is clarity. God is cultivating a wealth mindset in you, one that values what aligns with purpose rather than what merely satisfies the moment. You are learning to invest your time, your energy, your attention, and your presence in places where your spirit is honored and your destiny is amplified. Beloved soul, you may even notice unexpected moments of stillness where your mind feels unusually calm, as though heaven has pressed pause on the noise around you. These are divine invitations, holy pauses, where God resets your inner compass. In these moments, fresh insight flows quietly. Strategies begin forming without effort. Solutions arise without strain. This is God preparing your spirit to steward the magnitude of what he is unfolding. You are being trained to hear him not only in the storm, but in the softness. The next chapter will require listening beyond volume. And child of destiny, before we move into the deeper waters waiting ahead, because there is more revelation forming even now, take a breath and share this message with someone whose spirit is awakening like yours. If their name comes to your mind, trust that it is divine prompting. Someone connected to your journey needs this word as much as you do. Beloved soul, as you move deeper into this unfolding, there is a new awareness quietly waking inside you, one that feels both unfamiliar and strangely natural, as though it has been sleeping within you for years, waiting for the right hour to rise. You may notice yourself pausing in moments that once rushed past you, sensing meanings in situations that once seemed ordinary. This is not overthinking. This is illumination. God is sharpening your spiritual intuition so you can perceive the hidden currents that guide your destiny. You are beginning to see the difference between opportunities that glitter and opportunities that grow. You are learning to recognize the quiet signatures of divine alignment, those gentle nudges that pull you toward wholeness, purpose, and abundance without demanding explanation. This sensitivity is not a burden. It is a blessing being awakened in you. Chosen one, another transformation quietly forming in your spirit is the way you interpret pressure. Where you once felt overwhelmed, you now feel stretched. Where you once saw obstacles, you now sense instruction. Heaven is rewriting your internal language, teaching you to recognize that pressure is not punishment but preparation. Every emotional wave that has washed through you recently has carried a hidden code, a message refining your inner strength, your patience, and your perception. God is teaching you how to hear him in discomfort, how to find clarity in tension, how to perceive direction in disruption. The magnitude of what he intends to entrust to you requires a spirit that does not collapse when the winds shift. You are being strengthened quietly, silently, deeply. Beloved soul, there is also a new humility rising in you, not the kind that diminishes your worth, but the kind that anchors your greatness. You are beginning to see that your path is not defined by competition or comparison, but by divine choreography. God has been teaching you to release envy, release striving, release the pressure to outrun anyone else's timeline. He has been whispering into your heart that your elevation is not tied to someone else's loss, and your blessing is not delayed by someone else's gain. You are learning to rest in the truth that what is meant for you cannot be stolen, cannot be rushed, cannot be manipulated. This holy humility is preparing you for influence that requires grace, patience, and wisdom. And beloved, if these words reach a place in you that you didn't realize needed air, if something deep within you feels seen and recognized, write ****, Amen, *** in the comments as a seal of agreement that your spirit is awake, aware, and aligned. Chosen one, your relationship with solitude is also evolving. You are beginning to cherish the quiet in ways you never expected. What once felt like loneliness now feels like clarity. What once made you restless now makes you receptive. God is using moments of stillness to tune your heart to his frequency, to teach you how to hear him not only in the miraculous but in the mundane. You are being prepared to receive instruction in the silence, guidance in the pause, strategy in the whisper. This shift is essential because the next phase of your destiny will not be activated by noise. It will be activated by discernment. There has also been a subtle but profound shift in your emotional boundaries. You may find yourself feeling uninterested in conflicts that once consumed you, disinterested in drama that once entangled you, unmoved by opinions that once controlled you. This is spiritual evolution. God is removing the internal hooks that once dragged you into unnecessary battles. He is teaching you to preserve your peace as a form of obedience. He is preparing you to walk in a level of elevation where your presence speaks louder than your defense. This emotional detachment is not coldness. It is clarity that comes from healing. Beloved soul, you may notice you are becoming more intentional with your words. You speak less, but what you say carries more weight. You share less, but what you offer feels more genuine. You reveal less, but what you reveal aligns with purpose rather than impulse. Heaven is teaching you the power of language, training you to use your voice as a tool, rather than a reaction. The blessing coming to you will require articulation, influence, presence, and God is preparing your tongue to build rather than scatter, to uplift rather than defend, to declare rather than doubt. And, chosen one, as this transformation continues, you may begin feeling a deeper pull toward truth. Facades exhaust you, phoniness irritates you, half-heartedness feels empty. This is because you are being shaped into someone who carries authenticity as a spiritual mantle. God is removing the desire to perform, the urge to please, the fear of disappointing others. He is freeing you from the weight of expectations so your destiny can unfold without interference. You are becoming someone who stands firmly in your identity, unwavering, rooted, certain of who you are and whose you are. If your spirit is resonating with this, if this feels like the language of your current awakening, then take a moment right now and press like as your personal declaration that you are stepping boldly into purpose, into clarity, into the fullness of what God is forming in you. Beloved, your inner world is being restructured in ways that will soon reflect outwardly. The choices you are drawn to now are not random. They are signs of alignment. The peace you are protecting now is not fragile. It is foundational. The strength rising in you now is not temporary. It is the beginning of a new chapter shaped by heaven's hand. And chosen one, hear this with your spirit. You are on the edge of something that will redefine how you see yourself, how you walk, how you believe, and how you rise. The shift ahead is not subtle, it is seismic. It is approaching you like a turning tide, steady but unstoppable. Beloved soul, as this spiritual tide continues rising around your life, you may feel something within you shifting in ways that catch even you by surprise. There is a new steadiness forming in your spirit, a quiet composure that doesn't come from certainty, but from trust. You are beginning to sense that even when you cannot see the full picture, there is a divine intelligence guiding every unseen detail. This inner grounding is not something you learned from books or people. It was carved into you through nights of uncertainty, through seasons of surrender, through prayers whispered in the dark. God is anchoring you so deeply now that even unexpected winds cannot pull you off balance. This grounding is preparation, because the blessing approaching you will elevate your life in ways that require emotional steadiness and spiritual vision. Chosen one, your inner dialogue is changing as well. The thoughts that once spiraled into fear now redirect toward discernment. The patterns that once fueled anxiety now dissolve under the clarity of truth. You are learning to separate intuition from insecurity, conviction from confusion, spirit from noise. This mental transformation is more than self-improvement, it is spiritual renewal. God is renewing your mind, so the elevation coming will not be sabotaged by old narratives or inherited fears. Your thoughts are becoming allies rather than enemies. Your mind is learning to participate with your destiny rather than oppose it. This is the kind of inner liberation that precedes breakthrough. Beloved soul, there is also a deepening reverence awakening in you, a growing awareness that God has been moving in your life in ways you did not previously recognize. You are beginning to understand that certain escapes were actually rescues, that certain disappointments were redirections, that certain delays were divine shields. This revelation is tender. It humbles the heart. It quiets the ego. It opens your eyes to the truth that heaven has been more involved in your journey than you ever realized. And as this awareness expands, gratitude begins to spill from you naturally, not as an obligation but as an instinct. Gratitude becomes your worship, your grounding, your shield from bitterness. This reverence is preparing your heart to steward greater responsibility with humility rather than pride. And beloved, if this touches a place in you that feels exposed yet relieved, if something inside you whispers, "Yes, this is what I've been sensing," write **I rise ** in the comments to affirm your ascent into a higher spiritual posture. Let your spirit speak through your declaration. Chosen one, another subtle shift happening within you is your relationship with possibility. Ideas that once felt unreachable now feel within range. Doors you once assumed were closed now look like they were waiting for your maturity. You may notice new desires, forming desires that surprise you because they feel bigger than what you once believed you were capable of carrying. This expansion is not ego, it is awakening. God is enlarging your capacity to pursue visions that align with your calling, not your comfort zone. This is a sign that your destiny is stretching, that your future is widening, that your spirit is preparing to step into realms you once only observed from a distance. Beloved soul, notice also how your resilience has changed. When setbacks arise now, you do not crumble the way you once did. You may feel the sting, but you don't lose your direction. You may feel the disappointment, but you don't lose your hope. This resilience was not taught, it was forged. It is the mark of someone who has learned to extract meaning from pain, strength from storms, clarity from chaos. This level of resilience is essential because the elevation God is preparing for you will require a heart that refuses to retreat in the face of adversity. Heaven is shaping you into someone who can thrive no matter what tries to rise against you. Chosen one, you may also feel a new relationship forming with vision. You are beginning to think not only about next steps, but about next levels. You are starting to see your life through a longer lens. You are recognizing patterns, anticipating shifts, preparing for change before it arrives. This long-range vision is a gift from God. It is a sign that your destiny is unfolding in layers, moving from immediate needs into generational impact. You are being trained to think beyond moments and into legacy. The calling on your life is not small, it is expansive, and heaven is teaching you to perceive it before it fully manifests. Beloved soul, there is also a rising clarity about who you are becoming. You may feel parts of your old identity peeling away, beliefs you once held melting under truth, roles you once played without question becoming uncomfortable, versions of yourself that once felt natural now feeling outdated. This shedding is not loss, it is rebirth. God is stripping away identities shaped by survival, so your true identity crafted in destiny can emerge. You are being prepared to live not from pain, but from purpose, not from fear, but from faith, not from memory, but from revelation. And beloved, before we continue, because there is still a deeper current waiting to unfold, share this message with someone whose journey is intertwined with yours. If their face appears in your mind, trust it. The same hand guiding you is calling them forward too. Now breathe, chosen one. The revelation continues to unfold. Beloved soul, as you continue standing at the threshold of this transformation, something remarkable is happening beneath the surface of your awareness. Your spirit is beginning to interpret movements that your mind has not yet named. There is a soft expansion pressing outward from the deepest layers of your being, the kind that signals a coming shift, not born from effort, but from divine orchestration. You may find yourself sensing possibilities forming like distant echoes, vibrations